On November 4, 1979, a day that would reshape American journalism, Iranian militants stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran. The world watched in shock as dozens of Americans were taken hostage, and a tense international standoff began to unfold. The crisis gripped the nation, dominating headlines and sparking fear, confusion, and outrage across the United States. Families gathered around their televisions, desperate for updates, as the fate of the hostages remained uncertain. Traditional news broadcasts, with their brief segments, suddenly felt inadequate. The scale and complexity of the situation demanded more than a passing mention. It required nightly, in-depth coverage that could help Americans make sense of a rapidly changing world. Roone Arledge, the visionary president of ABC News, recognized this need. He responded by launching a bold experiment, a special late-night broadcast called The Iran Crisis America Held Hostage, which would soon become a fixture in American homes. Breaking with tradition, this program dedicated each episode to a single unfolding story. It tracked the days of captivity, offering a sense of continuity and urgency that was new to television news. Airing in a time slot usually reserved for entertainment, it quickly became a nightly ritual. Americans tuned in not just for information, but for clarity, reassurance, and a sense of shared experience during a national crisis. The show's deep dives, expert interviews, and thoughtful analysis transformed it into a classroom on international affairs and diplomacy. Viewers learned about the complexities of the Middle East, the intricacies of hostage negotiations, and the broader implications for global politics. Its success proved there was a real appetite for substantive, focused news, even late at night. Ratings soared, and the program's influence grew, setting a new standard for what television journalism could achieve. As the crisis dragged on for 444 days, the program became essential viewing. It helped Americans process the uncertainty, anxiety, and hope that defined this era, showing that news could be a vital tool for national understanding and resilience. This experiment laid the foundation for Nightline, a groundbreaking newscast forged in the crucible of crisis. Nightline would go on to cover major events with the same depth and seriousness, becoming a trusted source for generations. The Iran hostage crisis didn't just change television, it created a lasting institution dedicated to depth, context, and understanding, forever altering the way Americans engage with the news. As the hostage crisis stretched to 444 days, the nightly reports became a habit for millions. ABC News realized this format had potential far beyond a single event. On March 24, 1980, the show was rebranded as Nightline, turning a temporary special into a permanent news institution. Nightline's defining trait: each night it focused on one major story, exploring it from every angle. This approach offered depth and context unavailable elsewhere, making it a trusted nightly ritual. Nightline became America's electronic town square, a place for clarity in a complicated world. Its success proved viewers wanted news that challenged and informed, not just entertained. Nightline's transformation was a statement: journalism could be both substantial and essential even after midnight. For 25 years, Ted Koppel was the face and force behind Nightline. His calm authority and incisive interviews set a new standard for broadcast journalism. Koppel's live, long-form interviews connected viewers to world events, holding leaders accountable and never dumbing down the conversation. Under his leadership, Nightline became a masterclass in civil discourse, tackling the biggest stories of the era, from the fall of the Berlin Wall to 9/11s. Koppel's presence reassured viewers during turbulent times, building trust and credibility. When he stepped down in 2005, he left a legacy of integrity and intelligence. Koppel proved an anchor could be a tough interrogator and a trusted guide. His influence endures, shaping Nightline's DNA and setting the bar for serious journalism. Nightline earned its reputation by fearlessly covering difficult and dangerous stories, often venturing where few other news programs dared to go. The show's commitment to in-depth reporting and its willingness to tackle controversial topics made it a trusted source for viewers seeking more than just headlines. In 1985, Ted Koppel and his team broadcast live from apartheid-era South Africa, bringing the struggle for justice into American homes. This groundbreaking coverage offered a rare, unfiltered look at the realities of apartheid, exposing the brutality and courage found on both sides of the conflict. These broadcasts gave voice to key figures and humanized the conflict, making distant issues immediate and real. By interviewing activists, politicians, and everyday citizens, Nightline helped viewers understand the personal stakes behind the headlines. Nightline also confronted America's own dark corners, like Cynthia McFadden's 2012 report on the Ku Klux Klan, offering unfiltered looks at organized hate. The program didn't shy away from exposing uncomfortable truths, even when it meant facing backlash or controversy. The show didn't just condemn, it sought to understand, even when the truth was uncomfortable. By engaging with difficult subjects and asking tough questions, Nightline encouraged viewers to think critically about the world around them. Nightline's creativity shone after the 1987 stock market crash, using the Muppets to explain complex economics in an accessible way. This innovative approach made daunting topics approachable, proving that serious news could also be engaging and even entertaining. The program's versatility proved serious journalism could also be innovative and engaging. Nightline's team constantly pushed boundaries, finding new ways to connect with audiences and keep them informed. Whether covering global crises or domestic issues, Nightline's courage and creativity set it apart. Its reporters traveled the world, often at great personal risk, to bring viewers stories that mattered. Its signature stories changed how television could inform and challenge viewers, inspiring a new standard for broadcast journalism and leaving a lasting impact on the way news is told. Nightline's hallmark has always been facilitating tough conversations, even between bitter adversaries. Ted Koppel pioneered bringing opposing figures together, sometimes via satellite, to debate live on air. One early example, Koppel mediated between Iranian and Iraqi ambassadors who refused to speak directly, illustrating the depth of their conflict. This approach turned Nightline into a virtual negotiating table, making divisions visible and dialogue possible. The show applied this model to countless issues, from international conflicts to America's most heated debates. Nightline's goal wasn't to resolve every issue, but to illuminate disagreements and humanize all sides. In a polarized world, this commitment to civil discourse remains vital. Nightline proved that even in deep disagreement, conversation is essential for democracy. After Koppel's departure, Nightline reinvented itself with a team of co-anchors, reflecting a new era in journalism. Cynthia McFadden, Terry Moran, and later Juju Chang and Byron Pitts brought fresh perspectives while honoring the show's legacy. Chang and Pitts emphasize field reporting and personal storytelling, connecting with people on the ground. They tackle complex issues, social justice, technology, global crises, ensuring Nightline stays relevant. Chang's empathy and Pitts' investigative rigor create a powerful synergy. The show's mission endures long-form narrative, courage, and depth. Nightline is not a relic, but a living part of the national conversation. The new generation keeps its spirit alive, forging their own path while upholding its core values. For its 45th anniversary in 2025, Nightline unveiled a bold new logo, gold and cayenne, signaling its commitment to staying modern. The redesign bridges its storied past with a forward-looking identity. Nightline now reaches viewers not just on late-night TV, but also on Hulu, meeting audiences where they are. This digital expansion is crucial, making in-depth journalism accessible to younger, on-demand viewers. In a noisy media landscape, Nightline's thoughtful reporting stands out. The show balances modernization with its core journalistic values. The new look and streaming presence ensure Nightline's stories remain vital and widely available. Even in a digital world, Nightline proves serious journalism can adapt and thrive. After 45 years, Nightline remains a vital force in American journalism, standing as a testament to the enduring power of storytelling and the relentless pursuit of truth. Through decades of change, it has adapted and evolved, but its core values have never wavered. Its mission endures, to provide in-depth, courageous reporting on the issues that matter most, even when those stories are difficult or controversial. Nightline's journalists dig deeper, asking the tough questions and seeking answers that others might overlook. In an age of information overload, Nightline offers context and understanding, not just headlines. It helps viewers make sense of a complex world, providing clarity amid the noise and confusion of the modern media landscape. The show's dedication to truth, even when it's uncomfortable, sets it apart. Nightline is unafraid to confront difficult realities, shining a light on stories that demand attention and empathy. By fostering dialogue and exploring complexity, Nightline helps viewers find common ground. It brings together diverse voices and perspectives, encouraging thoughtful discussion and deeper understanding. Its legacy is in how it tells stories, with depth, respect, and substance. Every segment is crafted with care, ensuring that the people and issues at the heart of each story are treated with dignity. Anchors Juju Chang and Byron Pitts continue this tradition, proving there's still an audience for thoughtful journalism. Their commitment inspires the next generation of reporters and viewers alike. Nightline is a beacon of inquiry and integrity, giving stories the time and attention they deserve. It stands as a reminder that journalism at its best can inform, connect, and empower. As it moves forward, Nightline remains committed to illuminating, challenging, and explaining the world for generations to come, continuing its enduring pursuit of truth, one story at a time.